So I'm just on a smoke break and I'm about to scream because emotionally it feels like somebody outside's just taken me on an energetic level, and sorry, I'm just having to work through it as I start this live stream. It's like my ears are so super sensitive at the moment, and obviously I'm on a boat, people walking past on the canals, and someone was just singing to themselves, and it was like I was trying to ignore it, but my ears, I'm being forced to listen to it, and I'm just taking a minute to center myself because otherwise I need to scream. That's the natural response. So yes, I'm just on a break at the moment, and well, it's just been absolutely horrific at the moment. So the title says it all. I'm well aware of how that statement sounds. I said it in passing on the videos, I think a couple of times before. And to put it as a main title, I know it's pushing the limits, but it really is at present. I said it for the first time in my life, what was it, about a year and a half ago, when I was trying to rebuild a relationship with my sister at the time, and she was there and she witnessed it. It was like I would walk, no matter how positive I was, because I was really positive at the time. It was like I had this energy of destruction around me that would just break stuff. Literally, I just walk and stuff would be breaking around me. And there's no way I can really express to anybody. I mean, I don't believe it myself. I'm still trying to come to terms with how ridiculous it is. I mean, we're in Mercury retrograde at the moment, and I'll tell you, if astrology is ever true, and if something is, how can I put it, happening on an astrological level, and you want to prove it to be fact, come and check me out, come and do the science, because ever since it went retrograde, things have just been unbelievable. I mean, my life's been terrible for a long time, but on the outside, I'm normally in check with things. I can normally, to a certain extent, keep things working, and I get upset every so often when I break something or something breaks. But at the moment, it's just like, where something might break once a week or once every 2 weeks, once every month, before, depending on how bad my mental health was, in all honesty, I'm having those incidences several times a day. And I mean, it's just shocking. I mean, someone might lose their phone, and that's bad. That's not a good thing. But it's like I'm watching my phone disintegrate slowly. Like, this feature stops working, that feature stops working, the other feature stops working. I nearly set it on fire a week ago. I had to throw the waterproof case away. My mental health won't let me put it back in the case now. It wants me to break it. And I'm just absolutely shocked. I left my flat with a fully working laptop, not a problem. The charger port was a bit dodgy. And I've come back, but it worked. I know I left it working. How on earth can it stop working? I push the charger in, it just doesn't work. And it's just like, then the plug doesn't work, and then I need to charge the old backup laptop, and I need to find the USB port, and then I find the USB port, and some reason that it's not working, and then I have to get a new plug. I have to take it away from another appliance and plug it into the plug, and then that starts to work, and it's just like I'm fighting to fucking stand up. I said it on video a few months ago, you know, I'm a cesarean. It's like I'm the fucking Antichrist. I shouldn't be alive. And I think nature can feel me. I think like nature's saying, right, we need to get rid of this thing. You should have died like 36 years ago. First time I've acknowledged I'm 36 now, I'm not 35. Took me 2 months, no, month and a half. Don't speak to anybody to express it. And it does feel like from 35 to 36 like I'm a middle-aged man now, because you're closer to 40 than you are to 30. And for all intents and purposes, I'm waiting to fucking start living. I've been waiting since I was about 18, and it just doesn't seem to want to happen. And I've got to accept a new level for life. But I'm smoking tobacco at the moment, and it's medicinal, and it really has been helping some of the symptoms I suffer with my well, I was going to say physical health, but I don't know if it is my physical health. I think it might, well, it used to be my normal application to life to be a certain way, and that way instigated my body to be like tense all the time, and that was fine. I liked it. It was good because I was proactive. I meant to do it, and I was going with the flow. But when you relax, you expect your body to relax as well. And well, my body, if it isn't my life having AIDS that's done it to me, it's just the stress, and my body's constantly tense. And I smoke CBD hemp, and it worked. No, I mean, it's not that it worked. It was like when I smoked it and my body was in the right place, it had its normal effect. But since my body feels like I've been working a 10-hour day shift on a building site all the time, a little bit of CBD hemp isn't really going to cut the mustard. Cut the mustard, cut the custard, I don't know. What saying is it? I don't really do sayings. And well, I'm surprised because that, I mean, you think of marijuana and you think that's a drug that should do something, yeah? I thought tobacco, it just might make me do something to my lungs. Well, it kind of does. And it has more of an effect on me than the CBD does. And it regulates my breathing. I've said it on video before, to wear I feel really lightheaded, like really light, like I'm not going to pass out, but having to fight a sickness. And you think, well, that can't be a good thing. Why are you carry on smoking for? Because I know my body in the first place. And I know where my body is. And I've seen my body. And I know my body's got a nausea to it all the time. And I know that that tension isn't natural. That tension, there's something that needs a remedy to it. And the tobacco addresses both, and also with my body, with my breathing, it's been off, and I feel like I'm hyperventilating, like there's too much oxygen in me. I can't expel it. And when I smoke tobacco, what it feels like is my body absorbs all of that extra oxygen in me, and I feel lightheaded. So on 3 accounts, it's really helpful. I don't want to be smoking it long term, but I've been smoking it, and I keep meaning to vape it. I just haven't really had the opportunity. But I'm back at the flat for a few days. That's why I'm here at my only, because they're close to each other. So tomorrow, if the AIDS allows, look, I don't know how else to reference it. It's just like AIDS is the most sickening of diseases. It's like you wake up every day and your immune system takes a beating. It's like it falls back a ridiculous amount, and no matter how much good you do every day, you lose. That's my life. And I know in the first instance, no matter how much it looks like it's not appropriate to say, because if someone's got AIDS, I could never stand in front of them and say my life has AIDS, because it's an appalling disease, and you have to have respect for it. So please forgive my mental health that doesn't allow me the patience to focus on my physical health enough to address my physical health enough, nor did the NHS help me when I knock on their door and say, look, my physical health is terrible, can you help me? So I'm left in this merry-go-round of smacking my head against the wall, and this is my life. And I've got a choice. I can either make it worse and stay silent, or I can express. But if I express, I have to express to the limitations of my life, and the limitations of my life are, I'm not quite sure how else to describe it any better. And I don't have the patience in me to find a better explanation. So yeah, it's just shocking. I'm not fond of the taste. CBD hemp, I'll make some really tasty. I mean, they taste nice. The mixes I make. I use lavender, and the hemp that I smoke is it's like a hashish. It's like a cake. It's like a really thick Moorish cake, and it's got a taste to it. And with the lavender and the hemp and the other things I mix in from time to time, well, no, it's mainly lavender and the hemp that give it the taste. I really like the taste. But tobacco, at least the one I've picked up, because I've never bought tobacco. It doesn't taste nice. They make a different this company, which is additive free tobacco. They make different grades, tastes. So I guess I'll have to try some of the lighter tastes. But I have to. We're getting a lesson on smoking today. I've got these from Ripple. They're vapes, and this is lavender, and it's really nice the taste, but it's sweet, and I don't really do sweetness because the tobacco's so. It's got a really distinctive taste. I will occasionally use these from Ripple. I always do my research when I can. My mental health is stopping me more and more to do it, but I'm quite autistic, believe it or not, and when I do something, I like to know. I do my research and find the best solution, and I did my research in hospital. That's why I bought them, because I was smoking CBD hemp, and I went to hospital, and I thought, oh, let's do some research. I'll get some ordered to the ward where I'm not allowed to leave, and at least I can smoke on ward. The vape, you're allowed to. It was during the time of the lockdown, and obviously you're locked down, so we were allowed to vape on ward. I don't think we're ordinarily allowed that, but because we weren't allowed any, or we were restricted to our leave throughout the day. I thought, well, yeah, let's just vape. Let's just vape. Might as well try it. Something to do, like a little treat in the day. But I was discharged shortly after, and I never used them. So now I'm starting to use them a little bit. But I've got a proper machine at home to vape herbs. It's not like vape that you get in the shops, like this one. The vaping I'm talking about is like it's like smoking. You burn the herb, but it does it in such a way that it compresses it, and the herb doesn't actually. I don't know what happens, but the vapor on the herb gets released, and what you inhale is more of a liquid, more of a gas. And whereas smoking is a smoke, vaping of tobacco, vaping of a herb, is more akin to the ones you get in the shop, but you're doing it directly from the herb itself. And it's a machine. You can get portable ones, you can do it portably, and I have one, but my lungs, my breathing needs to be in check in the first instance before I can use the portable one. And that's why I have those balloons, because this machine, this specific vape, has the option of inflating a balloon, and it's easier to clear the lungs with. And that's where I'm at. I'm just tidying up the boat now before I take some pictures to sell it. Getting my stuff off it. Or as much as my life allows, I'll be able to achieve today. I'm going to ask a question, and I want your assistance, your guidance, your input on a really serious matter that my life is having problems with. And that matter is essentially, I mentioned it briefly earlier, that I met somebody that has the same, well, has the same label of a mental health disorder I have, the official label, as much as mine's broader. I don't know any more details about this gentleman's mental health problems. But what it is, this gentleman is essentially, he's from South America and he's over here too. Well, he's over here in London. And I have the opportunity to help him just a little bit. But my mental health is really making it hard for me to help him. And I don't know how much of a good person he is in truth. But I know his circumstance, and that's all I really need to be aware of. And right now my mental health is making it so challenging for me, I might have to leave that possibility of helping him. And for normal people, for a normal situation, for a normal circumstance, I would have stopped long ago in attempting to pursue whatever endeavour I am. So, for instance, we're talking about helping him in this instance, but in my ordinary life, if the act of helping this gentleman was essentially to wash my clothes today, I'd have left it. I would have forgotten about it. I would have said, you know what, my mental health is just too fucking insane today, fuck it. I'll wait. I don't care if I have to wait a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year. I'm not going to fucking experience that level of madness for washing clothes. But where this guy is really in the shit, and it's a real life situation, and I can relate to it to an extent that I can almost see myself in that position. I've been in that position. And I can very easily find myself in that position again. And to be honest, around the time that I met him, I almost found myself in that same position. And I still fear my life will go down that path because of my past experience of life. It might not, but I fear it. I really, really fear it. So, I don't believe in karma. Well, I believe in karma, but I also apply my awareness, my consciousness to karma, and for that reason I see karma, and it's like, I don't really believe the way we understand karma and apply ourselves to karma is quite accurate. I believe that it's more related to look, I mean, you can live many ways. You can live like constantly tiptoeing on eggshells around and live a very, very withdrawn, internalized life as a result. Or we can think about it on a bigger scale, and that is, well, look, if we're going to talk about karma, then we're going to talk about past lives, future lives. And in that sense, karma is applicable to all of our lives and rolls over. Like data on your phone. Well, some pay-as-you-go contracts. And as long as we have the intention of working on ourselves to be the best person we can be, to what we understand of spirituality, because that's what karma is, it's a spiritual concept, then essentially for your life, you're going to be karma positive anyway. And that's my application to karma. We're all different. That's my personal approach to life. And I don't see a need to change anything because karma exists. I mean, I don't believe I've ever had to do too much to address karma, because this is just who I am naturally. But if ever there has been a situation in my life where I'm like, I need to address karma, it's this situation, because it's like, it's there in the present moment. Like, the amount of fear I had in me when I found this guy, and it was like, my situation or my fear, my past, was his present moment. It was like, right, karma has come knocking. If ever karma's come knocking, I might have to be a bit more sensitive about this specific matter in relation to karma. And to be honest, I really don't want to take it lightly. So I've been as patient as possible. I've continued with my life as I would have, but I'm trying to give the thought to this person as little as energy as possible, because my mental health just makes it terrible for me. And I know if I think about it, I'm just going to say, right, I can't help him. And really, it's got to that point again today. And it's got to that point again today where I'm like, even given the situation in this present moment, I wouldn't feel bad. Well, I would, but I would feel bad in terms of him and his circumstance, but I wouldn't feel bad in terms of myself. My own karmic balance in terms of my whole life, in terms of my past lives, future lives. I don't need to change a thing there. I would be okay to walk away today from the situation. But it's not ideal in the slightest, and for the sake of this specific matter, I still know it would be in my own personal best interest to help. But I'm finding it too hard, and I'm at that point where I'm like, should I let go? I can let go if I want. What can I possibly do to hold on? Should I hold on? And that's what I need to ask you, just within yourself, what would you do if your life was that hard and there was someone there you could help, and you've done your best to stay with it, but it's just got too hard. Is there any wisdom that you have within you to contemplate that I can feel and in my own life, and next time that question arises, because next time it arises, that it comes to me, there's a strong chance I'm going to say, right, I can't help him anymore. I can't help him. But in that moment, if you've done some foundational groundwork for me in terms of conscious thought, I'm hoping that there's wisdom that comes my way, and I'm like, I have a realization, oh right, actually, if I do this, that or the other, I'm still able to help. So that's what I'm asking of you. There's not much more to say. I'm going to end the live stream now and hope I can get myself back together again, because it's just not pleasant at the moment. And we'll speak soon.